So far this offseason, there have been plenty of exciting moves made around the NFL, but if you really look at it, I don't think that one division has made as biggest of a leap this offseason than the NFC South. And the NFC South is already looking like it could be the best division in football next year, with two teams that are probably going to make the playoffs, a third that, on and off can make the playoffs, and then the fourth team that, while lots of us aren't giving a shot, I don't know about. So, we are going to dive into how the 2020 NFC South is not just the best division in the NFL right now, but may end up being one of the best divisions, if not the best division in NFL history. First of all, yes, I know this picture was from the Saints website. It's the only picture I could actually find that will fit how I want to do this. But anyways, number one, it all starts with the quarterbacks. The NFC South quarterbacks are unbelievable. When you have a division with Drew Brees, Tom Brady, and Matt Ryan in it alone, that already makes up one of the best divisions in NFL history. And we also have Teddy Bridgewater, who, I mean, compared to the other three, can't even compete. But, I mean, if you could put a good, team around him, he can succeed as a game manager. But let me state this. The NFC South quarterbacks, all combined, have passed for over 210,000 passing yards their entire career. I believe that is most in an NFL division ever. Definitely the most right now. The second is, I believe, like the NFC North. And I don't even know how much passing yards are in that division altogether. But the bottom line, the NFC South quarterbacks alone make this as already the best division in football. We got Drew Brees and Tom Brady. No doubt they're going to be first ballot Hall of Famers. Tom Brady and Drew Brees, two of the greatest of all time. Matt Ryan could end up going into the Hall of Fame one day. And then there's Teddy Bridgewater. Like I said, he could be a good game manager and maybe even develop into a pretty good quarterback. So, yeah, the quarterbacks alone in this division already make it one of the best in NFL history. The second thing we're going to look at is the wide receivers. Have we ever seen a division with this much talent at the wide receiver position? I don't think we ever have. I mean, Michael Thomas and Julio Jones, the two best wide receivers in the NFL right now. Julio Jones is probably going to be, is no doubt a Hall of Famer, probably first ballot. Michael Thomas, he could learn how to run, he doesn't run pure slants, but, he runs shorter routes. If he could get faster and, run longer routes, then yes, he could end up being one of the greatest wide receivers of all time. And then you got Mike Evans in this division, which, do I really have to explain? He's also probably a top 5-7 wide receiver in the NFL. In Carolina, DJ Moore, he still has lots of time to develop into one of the best wide receivers in the NFL. And guess what else? It doesn't just go there. Look at the wide receiver number 2s in this division. Emmanuel Sanders, Chris Godwin, Calvin Ridley, Robbie Anderson. Look at that for a second. The talent at the wide receiver position in the NFC South is unbelievable for these quarterbacks to throw to. And, let's not even forget that there are also some pretty good tight ends in this division also. I mean, Jared Cook. I mean, Gronk going to the Bucks. Hayden Hurst to the Falcons. Now, yes, he obviously has to prove himself, but I think he can prove himself in whoever Carolina's tight end is. This makes up for plenty of talent for the quarterbacks to throw to. The third thing I want to talk about is actually the running backs in this division, and they're not really to be slept on either. Now, I know, oh, Todd Gurley, he isn't even good anymore. Well, guess what? He still had 12 touchdowns and 857 rushing yards against the second worst rushing O-line in the NFL last year. And, so I thought he was so affected over, the arthritis. I really thought that. Now, he isn't going to be the Todd Gurley of 2017. I think we all know that at this point. But if he can get about 700 rushing yards and maybe 9 rushing touchdowns, I'll take it. Alvin Kamara and Christian McCaffrey are the two best running backs in this position. Christian McCaffrey may be the best running back in football. And, he just got a big contract. And Alvin Kamara is probably going to be getting a big contract soon. I mean, these are two receivers. Running backs, but they could be two receivers. Alvin Kamara and Christian McCaffrey are probably the two best running back receivers in the NFL. And you know what I mean? Running backs that can, play receiver. And, something about, them just real about these running backs also just gives more of a reason why this division is the best in, the NFL. And, the Bucks, they don't got a good running back, but, if they can, get a decent, they don't have the best running group, but, Ronald Jones, he's okay, but, still, this division, it may not have the best running backs in the NFL, but if not the best, definitely top 2. I maybe even would say the best running back division in the NFL. The next thing I want to talk about are the offensive line and defenses in this division. And these in the division, they aren't very strong, but they do show potential. Like, let's start with the offensive line. So, Saints no doubt have the best offensive line in the division. I would probably say maybe the two best tackles in football. I don't really think, two of the best tackles in football. But, these offensive line, but the Falcons' offensive line does have potential to be an okay O-line. Not a good O-line, not the best in the league, but they've been able to fix their problems. They're gonna throw our 3rd round pick over at left guard. We still got Alex Mack. We still got Jake Matthews. We got the 2 rookies from last year who are gonna get better. So really, it's really, just getting better. And then the Bucks, they drafted Tristan Wirfs. That was an absolute steal. I thought he was the best lineman in this draft. So yes, I do think that the offensive lines, while they're not good, they are definitely okay. They're not the worst. But now the defenses. They're not the best in this division. None of these, this isn't eye-popping defenses, that, take the league by storm. But the Saints defense can do that sometimes, actually. When Drew Brees was out those 5 games, they really took, the league, by storm. And that defense, well, I wouldn't say took him by storm, but they played like one of the best defenses in the league, and it shows the potential they show. And the Falcons defense the second half was showed potential to be maybe one of the best defenses in the NFL. And the Bucs defense, while they got no secondary, Shaquille Barrett has proved that he is a good edge rusher with the Buccaneers. And then the Panthers defense, they're absolutely poop juice without Luke Kuechly, but that's a different story. So yes, the offensive line and defenses, okay, they are not both the best in the NFL for all four teams. Saints are good at both these positions. Falcons and Bucks are okay at these. And then the Panthers, I don't know. Poor Panthers. So the last thing I'd want to talk about, and I want to make this quick, is, how I think this division is going to fare out as of right now. Because, I believe the 2020 schedule week by week actually comes out, tomorrow. And, if that's the case, expect a video Friday morning on, our week by week schedule predictions. But that's besides the point. So, where does this, division, really stand? So, as we know, this division faces the AFC West that has the Kansas City Chiefs in it, and the Super Bowl champions, the NFC North, with the Green Bay Packers, while not looking the best, looking, okay. And then, we face, the team whoever placed, that space, they play, the NFC West, the NFC East, always, and then we obviously play each other. So what do I think as of right now for this division? I think the Saints will win the division, dare I say it. I don't like saying the Saints win stuff, but I think you gotta give it to them here. At 12-4, the Bucks, they get that wild card spot at 11-5. They're gonna be very good. Good offense, defense will definitely lose them a game or two. And Falcons, third place, 9-7. I really, I gotta see it to believe it. Still, I mean, I have been lacking at really believing in some stuff. I've been lacking at that. The reason why I haven't really been believing the way I was last year is because of the fact that you gotta look. How many times is Dan Quinn gonna let the team down? This team has shown so much talent. When they are good, when they are playing their hearts out and their best, they're one of the best teams in football. But when they don't care, they're one of the worst teams in football. So, I mean, you really gotta think. What are the Falcons going to do? Are they going to be motivated to keep Dan Quinn here? If they're motivated, we could be in the playoffs. If not, 9-7, 8-8 is probably our faith, even 7-9. Panthers 6-10. Got a pretty good offense. They got to protect CMC, keep him healthy, or else he'll just turn out like the talk early Devontae Freeman, David Johnson contract. But let's hope that doesn't happen. Although if it does, I'll feel bad for CMC, but I'll laugh at the Panthers because it's another embarrassing move. But I do think that this contract will fare out a little better. 6-10 for the Panthers. Teddy Bridgewater got some pretty good weapons. Curtis Samuel, he isn't the best receiver, along with DJ Moore and Robbie Anderson, but he's a great number 3. He's good for a number 3 receiver. And that is really where I stand with the NFC South. Do I think that this will be the best division in NFL history? What I mean by that, the best single division in NFL history, like the best year. It could always be. I don't know, because, I mean, the Saints are really the only ones that have, proved they can make it to the playoffs. But I guess we will have to see. I will see you guys. My next it's either on Friday. Well, my next video is actually going to be our week by week schedule prediction. So if it doesn't come out, on tomorrow night. I'll release it whenever it comes out, but if it doesn't come out by Monday, I'll just release another video. But yeah, I will see y'all next time. Rise up.